Success takes more than just positive thinking. Stay with me for a few minutes. By the end of this video, you'll understand why good vibes only might actually be keeping you from making real progress. We're told to smile through the pain, to focus on the positive, to believe that the universe has our back. But what if I told you that mindset, the one that sounds helpful, might be the very thing keeping you stuck? This is what people call toxic positivity. It's when you use positive thinking to cover up real problems, not solve them. Like when you lose your job, and instead of fixing your resume or reaching out to people, you say, "It's okay, something better will come. I just need to stay positive." Then you spend hours watching motivational videos that tell you you're enough. Or when you're stuck in a job you hate, in a relationship that's draining you, but you say, "I'm lucky to have this. I shouldn't complain, just be grateful." You suppress the anxiety, force a smile, tell everyone, "I'm doing fine," but inside, you know you're not. Here's where it gets dangerous. You start to confuse feeling better with getting better. You tell yourself things are improving just because you had a good day, but deep down, nothing has actually changed. Sound familiar? Have you ever talked yourself into being fine, even when your life was clearly stuck? If that hit a little too close to home, hit the subscribe button. I post weekly videos that unpack and debunk the fluffy side of motivation. If you've been through something like this, drop it in the comments. I'll read them, and I'll personally reply. To understand just how sneaky toxic positivity can be, let me walk you through the story of a guy named Derek. He was 28, recently laid off from his tech job in Seattle. His long-term relationship had ended. No savings, no direction. He moved back in with his parents, completely lost. To cope, he turned to positivity. He watched motivational content every morning, did affirmations, joined yoga classes, attended webinars titled "Unlock Your Best Self." And for a while, it helped. He felt calm, peaceful. He told himself, "Trust the process. Everything will work out." But 6 months passed. Still no job, no income, no clarity. He hadn't updated his resume. He had no real plan. He was emotionally stable, but his life was standing still. That night, lying awake in his childhood bedroom, he realized, "I'm not failing because I'm negative. I'm failing because I'm not moving." So he made a decision. No more hiding behind positivity. He wrote down one clear goal: land a remote product design job in 3 months. Then he built a simple plan. Break the goal into weekly targets. 1. Dedicate 2 focused hours per day for job search. 2. Apply to 3 jobs daily. 3. Reach out to 2 new LinkedIn contacts per week. And he acted. Woke up at 5 a.m., took short walks to clear his mind, rebuilt his portfolio, tracked every application, and stayed consistent. Few weeks later, he was hired by a startup in Denver. He moved out, got back on his feet, not because he stayed positive, but because he turned clarity into action. Now that's real positive thinking. A clear goal, a focused plan, consistent execution. Relate to Derek? Smash that subscribe and drop your story in the comments. You're not alone, and I'm reading. Look, I'm not here to say positivity is bad. It's powerful. But without action, it's just procrastination in a prettier font. Here's what actually works. Be honest about where you are. Set specific, realistic goals. Build a simple, repeatable plan. Take one small action daily. Surround yourself with people who tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Motivation is like caffeine. You don't need more of it. You need better sleep, aka a system. So, no, success doesn't come from smiling harder. It comes from showing up, even when it's hard. You don't need more positive quotes. You need motion. You need clarity. And you need to stop waiting for the universe to deliver what you won't work for. Hit that subscribe if you're tired of pretty lies. Drop a comment if you've ever been trapped in good vibes only hell. And share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. Stay sharp, stay moving. See you next video.